Hello everyone, my name is Isa. I'm one of the consultants with Remy Consulting. We currently are dealing with a situation with one of our clients where their chief executive officer was caught in an unethical scandal involving the dumping of hazardous waste materials. The company is in danger of losing its reputation and customer base. Actions must be made to remedy the problem and restore faith in our client's integrity. Synopsis of the necessary actions to be taken are to identify the appropriate levels of the organization and prevent further unethical scandals. We're going to discuss individual levels, organizational levels, and global levels. Ren now will discuss the individual level of the organization.
Hi, I'm Ren. I'm dealing with individual levels. There are three key issues about the individual character of the chief environmental officer. The first one is the low agreeableness, because the EO is insistent that his action was following with the company policy and were allowed by the law. The second is the high conscientiousness. The EO attempt to dispose of the hazardous chemicals even though he was aware that it could harm the environment. The third one is low level of the self-monitoring. The EO is currently incapable of adjusting their behavior and accepting responsibility of his actions. And there are two recommendations. The first one is an ethical seminar and exams. Regularly examine the test the morality of employees would ensure that the company operates by the ethical standards. And the second recommendation is the behavior workshops. The behavior workshops could be used to raise the awareness of how the employee personality traits may affect their decisions in the workplace. Those workshops could motivate the EOs to increase his self-monitoring and his levels agreeableness. And next is the level of organization, which is ECAG going to talk about.
Hello, my name is Katerina, and I'm going to examine our client's organizational structure. We have concluded that they possess a dysfunctional hierarchy of authority. Top levels of the management team have a minimum level of supervision. The EO's decision-making process did not include the consultation of employees from other levels of the company. This major decision would have been reviewed by another level manager before being approved. Therefore, we're going to give our client two recommendations. Number one, check and balance system. Upper level management would have to consult each other before taking any actions that could be detrimental to the company. This system ensures that ethical decisions would be made by upper-level managers and would also hold managers accountable for their actions. Number two, the company-wide forums would give a voice to employees from every level and department of the organization. These forums would also be used to answer questions on what constitutes as an ethical or illegal behavior. The restructuring of our client's organizational structure is directly related to how the company should behave on a global scale. As a large chemical company, it is probable the decision made by our client would have environmental implications across the globe. This places a strong emphasis on ensuring that our client understands their social responsibility as a member of the global community. And now Matt is going to discuss our client on the global scale.
Hello, my name is Matthew, and I will be discussing our client's current global organizational structure. We have found two issues with our client's current global organizational structure. The first being is that they use an individualistic culture. The current individualistic culture of the company has a large influence on the employee behavior. The company places more emphasis on how its decisions affect its business while ignoring the effects that they may have on the global community. We have also found that our client has a low emphasis on sustainability. Our client's lack of a lackluster policy on sustainability has influenced the behavior of the EO. We have created two recommendations for our client. The first being is to impose a collectivist culture. Implementing a collectivist culture would place more emphasis on how the actions of the company affected their global community. This would also influence employees to behave according to the larger values of the company. The second recommendation that we have is that our client incorporate sustainability into the exposed and inactive values of the organization. The company can regain their credibility and prestige by advocating a sustainability policy. The company must also strive to make sustainability an active value that is held by all employees. The recommendations that we have offered serve two purposes. The first is to remedy the current problem and increase the ethicality of the current employees of the organization. The second is to establish a set of organizational norms and culture that will ensure that future employees behave ethically and legally. We believe that the implementation of the suggested recommendations will provide immediate results for our client. Thank you.